It's that time. Welcome to Roadmap, how to take 3 listings a week until you're ready for more. Each week we interview a great agent who is consistently taking 2, 3, 4 listings a week. We have an exciting guest today. We encourage you to take notes, apply as much of the knowledge as quickly as you can, and then use the copycat principle. Let me introduce my co-host from San Diego, Carly Hathaway. That's carlyhathaway.com. Hi, Carly. How's the real estate business?
Hi, Ren. Hi, everybody. The real estate business is awesome. I'm doing great. Love being a listing agent here in sunny San Diego.
I know. You're firing on all cylinders. And
Yeah.
Nice closings you got coming up. Before I introduce our guest today, I want to remind everybody that we are also simulcasting the show on the private Lead Gen group on Facebook. They have 52,000 members, so we have a large audience there today as well. We'll be pausing for a commercial message during the show as a thank you to the Lead Gen folks. Let's welcome our guest today from the Bay Area, beautiful place, Northern California, Mr. Michael Young.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Glad you're here. And I know you do a lot of real estate.
Well, we try.
You've been doing that for a good while. That is great. What's the goal for sales this year?
150 transactions.
Nice.
And Carly, that's in Bay Area dollars.
I like those dollars.
Yeah, I know. It's like you multiply by 4.
Yeah. And so you're ramping up. Are you still calling these expireds and FSBOs daily? Is this still part of your morning routine?
4 hours a day.
4 hours a day, expireds for sale by owners, and even NODs as well, right?
Well, yeah. So I also half my business are actually with probates, estates, trusts, and then about a year ago I started taking on pre-foreclosures as well. Great.
Good, because one day in the rest of the country will really be expanding in that, but it's showing its ugly head again.
Mm-hmm.
Where people are getting by.
You'd be surprised
On their mortgage.
Yeah, it's still there.
Especially in your market, there's bound to be. I mean, aren't you? You have some of the highest prices in the country. What's your average selling price?
Well, because I work different markets, it varies. It can be anywhere from 300,000 to 2 million. So it just depends. Because half my deals are probates, estates, and trusts, they're really all over the map. So wherever somebody dies is where I'm going to broker that property locally.
Mm-hmm.
Are you finding a lot of, because we have a number of people that work probate, are you finding much competition in the area of probate other than, or are the only people competing with you or people that are trying to buy it directly and flip it?
Well, I was one of the few people that actually pioneered it back in the mid-90s. And back then, there was very little competition. The last 10 years, 15 years, especially the last 5 to 10 years, a lot of brokers have figured out that it's a tremendous opportunity because it never changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people always die.
Yeah.
People always die, and it doesn't matter whether there's a terrorist act, doesn't matter whether we're in expansion, doesn't matter whether we're in recession. 30 to 50% of all people that die own something, and 30 to 50% of the time, the heirs don't want the property and need to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
So my job is to introduce myself to them and sell their property.
Yeah. Well, good for you. I mean, obviously it's working for you. Let me ask you this for people that are, have only been making these phone calls for, a few months or even a year. How do you stay on for 4 hours? Like, how did you build your stamina? Because I'm sure, the first week of calling, you weren't calling for 4 hours a day. Just a wild guess.
No, actually, when I was younger, I was doing even more. I was probably calling all day because I had nothing better to do.
Okay. So you're a machine.
Well, I think what it is that you're either motivated to, when I got in the business, to be really wealthy. I'll tell you, guys, it's very unsexy.
It is.
It's also very simple. It's just not easy. So it's not a sexy thing. You earn as much as you can. At the end of the year, you pay off all your personal expenses, you pay your taxes, and whatever's left over, you shove into deals. Or you store that money until you have enough to buy into deals. And that's all I've been doing for 3 decades.
But it's working, obviously.
Now,
Well,
Carly shadowed Hal Swayze a few months back.
Yeah.
Carly, was it really exciting and jumping around, or what was that like?
No, he is so regimented.
Yeah.
Even down to the 10-minute break he takes and the same exact snack he eats every
Right,
time.
so
He's the only one making the phone calls.
all these guys.
But his banker loves him.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
all these guys. See, again, Hal's in my mastermind group, along with Ed, along with Neil, along with Josh.
Hmm.
All these guys I came up with. We all came up around the same time. We all were in the church together. All this stuff, and all of us share one thing, and that is we understand that it's if you really look at what we're doing, and here I'm at my stand-up desk. Pardon my attire today. I actually am going to work out after this. I didn't get a chance to do that this morning, but we just do our job every day, and we've been doing it for many, many, many years now, and it's really not that complicated. It's very, very, very simple. It's just not easy because it can become boring. But see, any person that's done anything great has times when it's very boring. Michael Jordan, the basketball player, shot basket after basket after basket after basket. Kobe Bryant, who's whoever you admire that is doing anything, they're doing. It's called repetitious boredom. Mike figured that a long time ago, and it's your ability to stay excited, stay focused through that repetitious boredom that's going to make or break you. If you can't deal with repetitious boredom, you're never going to be wealthy. Never.
Right.
Never. And you go across any industry, tech. I mean, think about these tech guys. They're sitting, or gals, they're sitting in front of their computer for 20, 30, 40 hours at a time. Oh, but they're billionaires. Yeah, but you didn't see all the thousands and thousands and thousands of hours and all the Coke cans and the pizza boxes around them before they became whoever they became.
Yeah.
So it's their ability to stay focused, to shut out the noise and just focus.
It's a powerful thing, and you've been doing it. So, and one of the gifts in this business, and I assume it's true for you too, is you not only are you making the money, you actually have the time to enjoy it.
Not really.
I love the honesty.
I'm very blessed. I have a beautiful, beautiful daughter who I spend as much time with as I can. I go to all the games, all the parents, all that stuff. But I don't have a lot of other outside hobbies.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, if you're raising a daughter, I mean, you have the time to enjoy it. If you were hauling buyers around every weekend, you would miss opportunities with your daughter.
That's the thing. I do control my time that way, and I do.
That's what I mean. If you were working the buyer side of the business, your daughter would suffer.
Right.
And one of the things we try to get people involved with here is get on the listing side of the business.
Yes.
Because you can spend time with your family. You don't want years later on the family albums just pictures of you with your phone to your ear.
But Ren, can I tell you another dirty secret is that if you know how to list property properly, then you can double end 30% of your deals and never even meet the buyer.
Love it. I love that. We should all go shadow you and figure that one out.
I know. I think I might have to shadow you.
Anytime.
Where in NorCal's your office?
You're going to be very disappointed. It's a very boring, easy business.
The helicopter ride. That's how he gets to his listings quickly.
There's nothing complicated about it.
Where's your office in NorCal?
Well, I'm in an area called Marin County, which is a.
Oh, you're at Marin.
Yeah.
Okay, like San Rafael and up that way, or?
I live actually on a place called Mount Tam, which is what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, I know Mount Tam. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you need that helicopter, or a fast.
I need the helicopter. I do.
Or a fast boat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to come shadow you just for a morning and just see how intense you are. If you have Hal Swayze beat, that's the C. I'm going to see it.
Oh, I love Hal to death. He's again very dear friend. I love him.
Oh, good.
So this has been a real treat. I think there's a lot for people to think about, like the direction they're going. If they're thinking about building a big team, working with a lot of buyers, they could be busy, or they could do it strengthen their mindset, keep all the money, have time to spend with your family, your daughter, you know, and whatever is exciting, like maybe going out and buying a building.
Whatever works.
I know. I appreciate this so much, Michael. And this is a real good help for our audience and a lot of people that were probably like you a while, you know, way back when you were starting, trying to figure out, do I want to do this or do I want to do this? You know, what is the best road? And, you know, the worst thing is finding out the hard way, you know?
I think that the simpler they can keep it, the better.
Good.
Agreed.
Good.
Well, Michael, thank you so much. I think, you know, everyone watching is going to have some amazing takeaways. I know I'm going to rewatch it a few times. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. It's been been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thanks again. And thanks to everybody in our audience on Facebook with the Lead Gen Facebook group. If you're interested in them, go to facebook.com/groups/got-objections. I want to thank Aaron Wittenstein, who airs this. He has a program called trajectorynow.com. See everybody next week when we have somebody else who's taking several listings a week. I'll see everybody. See you then.